fields of evidence-based policing, investigative psychology, forensic psychology, and other police research areas that I'm hoping are going to be quite practical and applicable to you straight away. Something that you can put to use as my constant effort with Police Science Doctor to bring the research into the practitioner's realm. You guys don't usually have access to these research articles. If you did have access, you probably don't have the time, and they're not very nice to read. So I try to go through them and find bits that you could be useful to you. I talk about them on this weekly broadcast every Tuesday, and I also send them straight to your inbox with the link to the original research article in that email. All you have to do is join the free Police Science Doctor email list. You'll also get password protected access to the read page on the Police Science Doctor website, on which you'll find all the previous snippets from 187 previous weeks, with each 3 snippets on them. So these are PDFs that you can download and keep as a library. And obviously, if there's a snippet or if all 3 snippets are not really relevant to your particular role this week, you'll probably find something in that library of 187 times 3 previous snippets. I'm just going to turn the volume down of this. So the first snippet for this week is about pre-trial jail stays. So we also call them remand prison stays. Black men are more likely to have long lengths of stay compared to other groups of ethnicity. Given the downstream costs of pre-trial detention, this work suggests that focusing policy efforts on the barriers to release among people of color, particularly black men, would be fruitful. There is evidence that bail reform can reduce some barriers to release without increasing the risk of offending before the trial. So that's something that's worth looking at, not just for the cost savings, but also because of the bias we've got there. The second one is about body-worn video warning. This study compared citizens' behavior and resulting use of force by police when officers had yellow stickers on their body cams alerting the public that they were being recorded, so that there's audio and video recording, to when there were no such stickers on their cams. Statistically significant differences in the use of force by officers were found, but in the contrary direction. There was a higher rate of use of force when equipping officers with body-worn cameras with the yellow stickers on, compared to those without the yellow stickers. So obviously we would have thought that if there's a sticker on the body cam saying, this is recording audio, this is recording video, people might behave a little bit better, which then doesn't prompt the police to become physically involved perhaps, but actually it had the opposite effect. Maybe a reason for that is similar to the visible weapon effect. So actually, if police have a weapon and it's visible, it creates more hostility, it prompts more hostility and aggression in the citizen. So if you do have a weapon, it's better to conceal, as a police officer, if you do have a weapon, it's better not to have it very visible, to have it concealed, because that sparks less aggression. Maybe we've got the same effect here with the sticker. So this was an unexpected finding. And the third snippet and last snippet for this week is about police in mental health incidents. Police attendance in mental health contexts is often traumatic for the person in crisis, their family, and first responders. Police apprehension has lasting and wide-ranging impacts, leading to loss of employment, trauma, property damage, negative self-perceptions, discrimination, and fear of future police responses. Our findings suggest the need for investment in alternatives to police responses and further research involving lived experience perspectives to inform our understanding of mental health crisis responses. So I find this quite interesting because I am of the opinion that there are many things the police are getting involved with that are not really police matters, and we need to find some kind of alternative to this. When it comes to these mental health crises, the alternative is also obviously mental health services. Police are often sent because it is expected that if things kick off, if things get out of hand, they can deal with that. And of course they can, but proper trained professionals in mental health can hopefully avert this and de-escalate things before they get too far. Also, police are often called because they're open 24/7, whereas maybe mental health workers are not always available, the social services are not always available. So this is not the best course of action. We don't always want police involved. Police should not always be involved. Police should be dealing with crime, not with mental health crises. I am of the opinion that police often get sent or much of the things that police deal with are a result of failings of other organizations to deal with things that they should have been dealing with. I also think when it comes to domestic abuse, the police should not necessarily be getting involved in all those cases. However, I don't have a solution for this. I haven't been able to think my way through this yet. I think there should be somewhere where people in relationships should be able to go, where they can get help with domestic abuse matters, and where they can actually get someone to intervene and speak to the other person involved, the perpetrator, without it becoming a criminal matter. In that sense, we can decriminalize the thing and maybe prevent escalation and maybe nip things in the bud rather than getting the law involved straight away. I know that a lot of people, including myself in the past, would have liked to have access to such a service. But as I said, I haven't got a solution to suggest. I just think there should be alternatives to getting the police involved. So obviously this research was in relation to mental health. So I hope there was something of interest to you. Just put in the comments what you think about this alternative to police. Do you think police should be sent because they can deal with everything? Or do you think we should have other professionals dealing with certain kinds of situation? Should we have some kind of co-location of services? I know in some areas they're trialing having a mental health nurse respond to mental health related calls. And I think that's what we should be doing. But let me know what your views are. Until next week, then, I hope you have a fantastic time. Stay safe and bye-bye. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this content useful. You can get access to each episode's transcript with key learning points, timestamps, and references if you get yourself onto my mailing list. Just go to the main website on policesciencedoctor.com, and on the bottom of each page you will find a sign-up form for notifications of new content. Just enter your first name, your preferred email address, and the type of organization you work for. You will not get any spam. This is just for me to let you know about new content and for you to get access to all the transcripts.